17th and final home match of the season for Hartford Athletic at Trinity Health Stadium as they play host to North Carolina FC. Hi, everybody. With my partner, Mark Donaldson, I'm Joe D'Ambrosio. And Mark, despite last week's loss to Loudoun, still a path to the playoffs for the home team. Yeah, but it pretty much is a must-win tonight, Joe. Treat this one like a cup final. A win, and they're within 2 points of North Carolina, who are currently in 7th on 42 points. A defeat, and they're playing catch-up with games running out. Hartford head coach Brendan Burke likes the way his team has responded over the last 2.5 months.
We weren't performing at the level we all expect of ourselves, but we've responded in such a big way. You know, this 10, 11, 12 game run, and I even count the Loudoun game from last weekend. I thought we played well, and, you know, if the Momo penalty's given, it's 1-0 the other direction.
Players to watch in this one. Momo Dieng with 9 goals from 16 starts since Romario Williams moved on. It's been the Momo Dieng show. If they can give him service, he knows where the back of the net is. Talking of service, whether he's providing assists or scoring goals, Michi and Galina, 8 and 27 for him. He has been what Hartford hoped he would be, one of the stars of the season, and they hope to leapfrog into the playoffs. It's a North Carolina team that beat Hartford 2-1 earlier as you look at the Eastern Conference table. This is what it means. They have got a game in hand, but it is away at Tampa. Where that'll be played, goodness knows, after everything that's happened with the weather down on the west coast of Florida. It means a win tonight, and they're within 2 points of North Carolina. Meanwhile, they're looking up the way. They want to close the gap on Rhode Island and Tampa Bay. There's so much at stake in this one. It's been the best home season in Hartford Athletics history. They hope to put a bow on it tonight. We'll come back with our starting lineups and the kickoff. Hartford Athletic and North Carolina FC from Hartford, next on ESPN+.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
At Lux Bond & Green, we have been designing and crafting custom jewelry for decades. It's an art as much as a science, and really there's no room for error. It comes down to 100 little choices made by our own artists and experts who listen to you and create your perfect engagement ring by hand. Quality, value, and selection. Lux Bond & Green Jewelers throughout Connecticut and Massachusetts.
Hartford Athletic would like to thank the Mandel JCC of Greater Hartford, the official fitness center of Hartford Athletic. Visit mandeljcc.org to learn more. Last Fly is the leader in airport parking at Bradley International. Save 20% by pre-booking on lastfly.com. Last Fly, a proud supporter of Hartford Athletic. Time to meet the starting lineup for tonight's game. They are brought to you by Liberty Bank, and
Hartford with a different lineup, Mark, necessitated by international call-ups.
Yeah, international weekend, so no Thomas von Kezel, no Tristan Hodge, and no Emmanuel Samaria. It means the Shields kind of playing out of position. Marcus Epps definitely playing out of position, and Danny Barrera will have to play more to the right than he's normally used to.
And also affected by a big call-up, North Carolina FC without one of their top guns, Olex Anderson.
Yeah, not the only one as well. A couple there on international duty. Savinia's off as well. However, they do have 10-goal Evan Conway leading the line, and those 10 goals have come in 19 starts. He is a danger man for them.
Tonight's match presented by Brignall Vineyards. Brignall Vineyards located in the heart of East Granby, spanning 480-plus acres. This family-owned business is a hub for local wine lovers. Open 7 days a week, all year round. Stop by for a glass of locally made wines, seasonal specialty drinks, or even host your next gathering at Brignall Vineyards. Play on this 63-degree night. Winds out of the northwest at 6. This is a North Carolina team that back in the league this year after a couple of years in League One. Hartford wants to attack early. That's one thing Brendan Burke said to the local media this week. He wants 2 good chances in the first 10 minutes to get the crowd enthusiasm in. Here's Angelina, puts it in front.
Okay, there's 1 in 30 seconds. That ratio's all right.
So Hartford gets a corner kick. So it will be a corner kick from the right of the veteran netminder Jake McGuire. Tied for 3rd in clean sheets this year. Sent in low, booted up in the air, and cleared out. Anderson Asiudu played back, and Henan Hibeto way out of his goal to play for Hartford. So Marcus Epps dropped back to the right wing back position, which means he's going to have a lot of defensive responsibilities. Jordan Scarlett welcomed back after missing last week's game, serving a 1-game suspension for his yellow card in the Oakland Roots game. Here's Michael DeShields, starting for the 6th game in a row. Jang, double team. This is a North Carolina team that comes in 11, 11, and 9. Here's Jang into the box. Was it deflected by Washington?
Nope.
So it'll be a goal kick for Jake McGuire.
Good early signs, though. There's your 2 chances he was hoping for in the first 10 minutes. He's had them in the first 2 minutes of the game. There's someone that's more confident on the right than the left. But again, it's his ability to get in behind, as he's shown once more.
Hartford only 2 goals all season long before 15 minutes had been played. Meanwhile, North Carolina has scored 6 times. Conway marked up by Scarlett. Followed up. Marlon Hairston. Back to Scarlett. Now they switch sides and go to Joe Farrell. These teams played in 2019. They played 2 ties. Then North Carolina decided to drop back to US League One, which they won last year. Beat Charlotte in the finals in penalty kicks.
That was one that Hibeto would want back.
Yes. Rafa Hinsigan, one to watch. Him and Ezra Armstrong, Brendan Burke mentioned, they are dangerous on the wings. They will push up and extend play. So here's Mikey Maldonado, the San Antonio native. Throw in deep in Hartford territory. Good throw deep into the box. They get a header on it, and it's cleared into the suites, and that'll be a corner kick for the Independents. You look at our referee, Adam Kilpatrick, his 12th USL match of the year. In his previously 11, he dealt out 47 yellow cards. So an average about 4 a match. Quick restart. They are very quick on their restarts. Here's Rafa. Sends it cross, and that will go over the east touch line. It'll be a Hartford throw-in. Hartford throws it in quickly. Epps up top. They're trying to get Jang free against that back five. But Mamadou can't control. Taken away. Conway, who had a brace against Hartford here last year for San Diego. They play it in the middle of Maldonado. Now the captain, Paco Craig, won a couple of championships earlier in his career with Lou City. Joe Farrell steps up. Played up ahead, Paco Craig. Colin Martin played for Hartford in the midst of its first year. I can hear everything Bobby's saying. Keeper Jake McGuire comes way out. Plays it to Bryce Washington. He's the Iron Man of this team. He's played a full 90, 25 times out of 27 games played. So far, neither team able to establish much of a dominance. Here's Jordan Scarlett. Now DeShields. Played left back at one other game this year. Left wing back. Yunus Boudadi is back. We might see him for a little while today. Anderson Asayadu starting for the first time in 8 games. They try to break Engalina free with McGuire out. Asayadu can't get to it. Taken away from DaCosta. Rodrigo DaCosta acquired a huge trade last year with Tulsa for Philip Goodrum. Now DeShields. Engalina on the left. Hairston in the middle. Plays it ahead on the right to Marcus Epps. Hartford knows that they need 3 points tonight. A tie won't suffice if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. Scarlett back to Farrell. Trinity Health of New England, proud to be the official medical provider and title partner of Hartford Athletic. Always committed to providing the best healthcare experience every day for every patient. Trinity Health of New England, we see all of you. Here's a counter. DaCosta in the middle. One touch for Conway. And DeShields plays it safely back to Ribeiro. DaCosta gets bumped in the middle. Conway. No call. Conway looking for one, but nothing really there for Adam Kilpatrick to whistle.
It was a high line played by North Carolina, which with the pace of Dieng and Engalina can be pretty dangerous. However, they do have a goalkeeper in Jake McGuire, who does like to patrol outside of his area as the kind of sweeper.
He's a wanderer. Here's a long ball played up top to Engalina.
And that'll be on all night.
Michi settles. Plays it across. Played to the right. Here's Epps. Cleared out by Lamar Batista. Kept in by Hartford.
Seydu didn't fancy that one. His body shape wasn't quite right to get the effort on.
Now here's Danny Barrera. Left-footed shot. And a goal! The veteran Danny Barrera. And it's 1-0 Athletic.
So fitting. Mr. Hartford with the strike. You don't buy a ticket, you ain't going to win the raffle.
For Danny Barrera, his first goal since last August 23rd against Pittsburgh. Career goal 16 for Athletic, and that's exactly what Brendan Burke was talking about.
It's been so long since we interviewed him and suggested to him, give us a microphone celebration the next time you score, that we forgot about it the next week. So the fact we're now in mid-October, there's no way he was remembering, but that will mean so much to him and his family. He came out for the national anthem and the lineups with two of his kids, and that's a brilliant moment for Danny Barrera. Just get it on target and things can happen. 1-0 Hartford, they needed that. And what did you say? Brendan Burke was hoping for opportunities in the first 10 minutes and maybe the deadlock broken. He's got all of that.
Well, the reason he spoke about that so much, Mark, was it ignites the fans, and it doesn't take much to ignite these fans. It's among the best fan bases in the league. They're faithful. They've come out when things have not been good. This year, things have been much better. And Burke said that 2 big opportunities in the first 10 minutes was what he wanted to see. They've had a couple of shots.
So with that goal, there was patience and there was urgency. There was patience because Anderson Asiedu mentioned it in commentary. Didn't quite think his body shape was right, that he would have to turn it around so he could get a shot on target. So they just kept it alive. They played it to Danny Barrera, and he finds the back of the net. I'd like to see that again, maybe to see if Jake Maguire could have done better with that, the goalkeeper. But in his defence, perhaps unsighted. But Danny Barrera with the opening goal, and Hartford ahead.
Jordan Scarlett plays up ahead toward Jiang. Drops for Barrera. Now here's Asiedu.
That was smart from Danny. He knew that Ngalina was offside. That's why he had to delay the pass.
Michi has it near the near touch line. Gets it back on a one-touch from Asiedu. So Barrera scores Hartford's 3rd goal before 15 minutes have been played this year.
There was an intrigue about how he would fare in this position that he's not played much coming in from the right-hand side, certainly this season. Maybe he played it when he was younger. And that intrigue probably came from him.
Right.
It was something a little bit different. And you know what? It came from that right-hand side area for him opening the scoring, and good on him.
Please join us in thanking founding partner, the Hartford, for educating children about fire safety with the Junior Fire Marshal program. Visit juniorfiremarshal.com to learn more.
I can't use talkback because it affects everything.
Played in the middle to Colin Martin. Now here's Maldonado. DaCosta playing back. In the middle. 17 is Martin. That's Batista. Missed a couple of matches, and they sadly missed him. No, this is a North Carolina team that's played extremely well as we come down to the short straws.
It's all about momentum as you reach the playoff final push.
Good job by Barrera with the steal. Farrell with the giveaway for Hartford. Played into the box where DeShields gets a head on it. Kept in. Back shot. Minskin sails it wide. Rafa Minsigan. Let's look at the goal again.
This is the play that is it's recycled. And that bounce just in front of the goalkeeper. That's one he'll feel he should do better with.
Yeah, you could see that. He looked exasperated. Jake Maguire, 30-year-old from Chino, California. Had a terrific year last year in League One.
I'm keeping tabs on Momo Dieng. And he's playing in between the right back and the right centre back. And the number of times he's trying to make the run just to keep the centre backs on the toes, but more importantly to give options, whether it's DeShields or Scarlett or whoever, to get the ball. And every time he's always on the move. He must be a nightmare to play against, Momo Dieng.
Now Paco Craig taken away. Good hustle by Anderson Asiedu. On a run, up the left channel. Plays it in the middle for Jiang. Just Mr. Mamadou. Would have been alone, but the flag was up, so it was for naught, as we like to say.
Really good from Michi and Galina, because he's going to be tasked today with defending as well. And he's going to have to get back. He's fit, But when it's about coming forward and getting involved, that's the kind of thing that Hartford are looking for. There's more goals in this one.
North Carolina as a team tied for 5th with 47 goals. Hartford near the bottom with 20, but they have the only one tonight on the marker from Danny Barrera in the 9th minute. His first goal of the season.
Worth the wait.
They try to play it through for Minsingen in the box, tries to center, backheeled out by DeShields. Oh, a little French pastry by Michael. Here's Michi, streaks up the middle, taken down in midfield, and the foul was called on Luis Perez.
I really like Brendan Burke, and I've gotten well with him this year, but I don't like it when he tries to brandish an invisible yellow card like he's just done, and he's having words with the fourth official. Just let the officials do their job, because Jonathan Luke's the fourth official today, and Brendan is one yellow card away from being suspended for a game. They go on a road trip featuring 3 games. You do not want your head coach suspended for any one of the 3, especially if they win this one. Let's just let the officials do their job. I get the frustration, but none of this. If the players do it, I don't like it. So I don't like it when the coach does it.
Hairston plays back. We see Gabarro has been coming out of the net a little bit more each week. Ball played up. Here's Asidu. Puts it on and just misses.
Offside flag up on the far side. But that is the ball, Joe. We said it inside 5 minutes. Whether it's from Ribeiro or the centre-backs. A ball over the top with this pace. This is some really strange defending from North Carolina, allowing these chances. If they get it right like they did there and it's offside, then it's fine. But it's going to cost them if they keep doing that. All it takes is one through ball timed to perfection, and Hartford could be in again.
Another point of emphasis this week for Hartford. Brendan Burke wants him to be more urgent going after the ball. They have been in the first 16 minutes.
Very good. The coach will be happy with that.
Randy's Worcester Street Pizza, the official pizza of Hartford Athletics. Stop by the stadium or visit their other Connecticut locations to enjoy some of the best pizza Connecticut has to offer. DeShields heads it into the Hartford bench.
Initial clearance coming there from Joe Farrell, and he really has excelled in that centre-back area. Him and Jordan Scarlett have become a really good partnership. He just reads the game so well.
Joe Farrell leads Hartford with 102 clearances. Forming up in the middle, this is Martin. Sends it to an open man on the left. That's Armstrong. Racing with Epps. Looking for a handball, was not called. Epps dribbles through, but gives it away to Batista. Now played to Conway in a dangerous situation. Shot blocked by Scarlett and Farrell. And Hartford with a counter. Hairston drops it back to Epps. Macangila will try to link up for the middle. Nice spin by Beverly Macangila. His season's had quite a turnaround from early in the year to now.
We've spoken a lot during commentaries this year about bravery, and when you've got the ball, you've got to be brave. And that is something he probably wouldn't have tried a few weeks ago.
Right.
Hartford are in form at home. They're unbeaten in 12 of 16. So with that comes momentum and bravery like that. He wants the ball. Here, for example, wants a piece of it.
Not afraid to handle it.
Stop it.
In the middle of the field.
Oh, I thought you meant off last week.
No,
wow, that was cheeky.
No.
Goodness me.
I didn't even think of that.
Oh, dear. With friends like you, we don't need enemies.
It shows where,
wow.
Shows
Shots
where your mind
fired.
is at. I did not even think of that.
Oh, yeah.
You look at the supporters.
They've
so
been
faithful.
Great. So good. The only one issue I've got is that we don't get an invite to the tailgating before the game. And you get $2 and $1 beers and hot dogs, no invite at all.
Farrell with the header.
That's a foul.
Martin climbs the Asidu and is whistled by Adam Kilpatrick. If you're just joining us, 1-0. Danny Barrera in the 9th minute with his first goal of the season. Shot that Jake McGuire probably thinks he should have had, but he didn't. Now Hartford being patient. It's a North Carolina team that doesn't press all the time. They do it patiently. Hartford with a takeaway. Engelina in the box. Michi. 1v1. Drops back to DeShields. Now Asiadu. Plays it back to Engelina on the left. Knocked out. Hartford throwing.
Hartford's in-game management has been good. They've seen this high line, and that's 3 or 4 times they've tried that ball over the top, and it will not be the last.
Michael DeShields will do the honors on the throw-in from deep in North Carolina territory. Let's see you do triple teamed.
Does well.
Does well to get it back to Scarlett. They reverse fields to Barrera on the far side. He gets taken down by Ezra Armstrong. And
okay. MMA rules.
Is it for Carolina?
That's fine. Set the standard.
Well, if you're not going to call it now, then don't call it later.
100%.
Ball got past Acosta, so it's hard for throw-in.
Dubiety over the legality of that throw-in from DeShields. Very rarely do you get a foul throw called.
Very rarely at any level. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Nuova Pasta for supporting our Goals for Meals programs. For every Hartford Athletic goal scored this year, Nuova Pasta will donate meals to help the fight against food insecurity in our community. They're looking for Engelina. A lot on the left. Nice header by Jang. But Minsingen was back to knock it away. Jang plays it through. Mincing in there.
They're causing so many problems. And Hartford are doing so well up until now with the second ball. If it's played long and they don't win the first ball, they're getting the second ball and they're able to recycle possession and putting pressure on a defence right now that looks rather fragile. Another Hartford corner.
Second of the match, as you get a look at the Brazilian, number 14, Rafa Minsingen. He's got 5 goals on the year. They've spread the wealth scoring, although Conway and the absent Anderson with 10 apiece. Here's the corner from the right of Jake McGuire. Put down by Hairston's head. Oh. Shot taken off the goal line.
Wow.
Almost in, and that was taken away.
It was one of those that looked easier to score, and it's like, how did that end up not going in the back of the net?
Colin Martin.
Good delivery, though, from Danny.
Good corner kick. Hartford's gotten the difference in Hartford in corner kicks and set pieces this season has been marked. Now they look for Barrera with Minsingen on the right, but Minsingen will shield Barrera off on a nice move and start up the near touchline.
22 minutes from Danny Barrera right now, and this has been vintage. Vintage stuff from the Hollywood superstar.
North Carolina offside, so it'll be a Hartford free kick for Danny tonight. His 7th start of the season. First start in the last 4 games.
Google Danny Barrera Hollywood.
You'll understand why we call him a Hollywood superstar.
See, Robert Duvall's his BFF.
Well, I consider you my BFF, so that's kind of the same thing. Farrell plays it in the middle. Hartford's passing has been crisp for most of the night.
Good. Yep.
Now Jang looking to make something happen with those long legs, but cut off at the pass, and Colin Martin will start the counter for North Carolina.
It's far more of a cup final for Hartford than it is for North Carolina, and that's the way it started. The urgency's been there from Hartford, more urgent than the visitors so far, but they remain a live threat. You've spoken about how many goals that they have from throughout their team.
And again, this is a Hartford team playing without Samadia and Van Kizil. Kyle Edwards not here as well.
Well, Hodge would have started. Samadia would have started.
Tristan Hodge, right.
And Van Kizil would have been on the bench.
2 starters, 2 bench guys.
Yep.
Paco Craig has space in the Hartford third. Plays in the middle, 1 touched out to the right to Minsingen. Chips it in. Service. Header. Save. Ribeiro had it perfectly position to stop the shot.
It's the only place that he can't head that towards the goalkeeper. Stick it to his near post or stick it to his far post. But he's got to generate a fair bit of power on that cross with the header.
And then Ribero's 91st save of the season. And don't forget, he didn't play the first 6 weeks. He was injured. Paul Walters did a very good job in his stead. But Ribeiro was the first player signed by new management. And
offside.
He's been worth it. Jang offside by quite a bit.
Yeah, but again, all it takes is them to be too high up. And you start your run inside your own half, you can't be offside. So it's about timing of the run. And it only needs one.
Right, you'll have to beat him once and get a goal, and that will end that strategy for North Carolina, coached by John Bradford.
When you play with as high a line as North Carolina do, you should be able to squeeze the game in the opposition half a little bit better than this. This is more like it.
Maldonado swings to Batista on the left. Lamar Batista. Back to Mikey Maldonado.
See, this is what you would expect for a team with a high line, to have your centre-backs 10 yards inside the opposition half, and then you've got so many more options. But when you lose the ball like this, that can be a problem.
Great defense by Scarlett there. Nice feed to Angelina. Michi in a foot race up the left side. Puts on the brakes. Stops on a dime. Drops it back to DeShields. Now the drop back to Macangila. Swings it on the right to Marcus Epps. Hartford, very patient.
Don't mind that. Yep, don't mind that at all.
Look at how far out Ribeiro is. It's the old sweeper keeper.
I mean, from a neutral perspective, if there are any watching, it's a good watch because there's space, which means there's likely to be chances.
Hartford attacks up the far side. Barrera. He's got the goal and has played extremely well.
Hartford hasn't had a failure yet.
Now Scarlett. Michael DeShields on the left. Gives to Asiadu. Hawked. Forced backwards by Colin Martin. And Hartford retreats to Ribeiro. And he plays it long up the field. So it'll be played way out of the goal by Jake McGuire. Hartford Athletic would like to thank Lux Bond and Green, jewelers since 1898, celebrating life's special moments. Shots 4-3 in favor of North Carolina. Shots on target 2-1 in favor of Hartford Athletic, including the one that Danny Barrera put in. Asiadu's been active in the middle, being the orchestrator, playing with Hairston and Macangila in that midfield. Now DeShields will walk it up. One thing, if you're Hartford, you played with that high intensity in the first 15 minutes. You want to keep that up. You understand there's ebbs and flows to every match, but Hartford has picked up where they played in the Oakland game. That was the game that Brendan Burke referenced this week.
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away.
Angelina started inside his own half. Can't be offside from that. They've got the pace to be able to do that. That's smart.
Now Armstrong slows down for North Carolina as Hartford gets back into defensive posture. Armstrong. One touch, DaCosta to Perez. Farrell with his hands behind his back so as not to incur any handball violation. Chipped in. No harm, no foul.
One of the things that North Carolina has done very well, certainly in their recent run of form, is utilize the width. Tonight they're up against a right-footed left-back in Michael DeShields and an attacking midfielder playing at right back. So if there's ever going to be a game you want to put pressure on two players playing in positions they don't normally play in, it would be in this game. But so far, Hartford have ensured that hasn't been possible for North Carolina.
Hartford finding a lot of space for passes, spots to look for somebody to link up, and then eventually they'll try to go deep to Angelina.
Like that.
Defender goes down.
Soft.
And they say Michi pushed him.
Probably a foul, but soft. If it's the other way around, yeah, you know the rest.
Minsigan gets a hand up.
It's the hand.
Right hand. Yeah, it kind of pushed off a little.
Soft can still be a free kick.
Right.
If it's shoulder to shoulder, then it's different. But that's a push. It's fine. No problem with it. Whether it's soft or obvious, it's still a free kick.
Jake McGuire making his 21st straight start. Early in the year, he was alternating with Antonio Carrera, who played 4 games and then was recalled by FC Dallas. They've had 5 players, including Carrera, who spent time with him earlier this year, who have gone on elsewhere. A couple of transferring overseas. Macangila gets a hand on DaCosta, and the foul is called.
Just get away. Standing over the ball, just get away. Picking up needless yellow cards can mean that if you do handle it, it's a second yellow card offence or something else like that. So just walk away.
Good job by Anderson Asiadu to kind of shield Macangila back.
Self-discipline. The last thing you want in a game like this, with everything on the line, is to do what happened against Oakland in a backs-to-the-wall heroic performance in the second half against 11 men when you've only got 10. But just silly little things like that. Walk away. Don't get involved. Don't get one caution, because when you've got one, you're only one away from a red.
Takedown in the middle. Foul called. Colin Martin with the takedown. You can look at Mamadou Dieng leading Hartford with 9 goals on the season. It's the first time since July that Mamadou hasn't scored in 2 straight games. He's become so dependable. And he's Hartford's best player in the air on the offensive end. Here Barrera plays it for the aforementioned Dieng, but the flag is up. And the offside trap has caught Hartford again.
You put enough peanut butter on your mouse traps, and maybe that's animal cruelty or whatever you put on your mouse traps to get your mice. You'll get one eventually.
Well, is it crunchy or smooth?
Well,
it's a personal preference. Tonight's WTNH Youth Soccer teams of the match are from South Windsor, U13 and U9. We welcome the soccer players from east of the river. 1-0 Hartford. Here's Rafa Minsigan. Plays it up ahead for Martin. Chips towards the goal. Ribero's there. Look out. Conway, or rather, not Conway, but DaCosta flying in there. Almost used Farrell as a trampoline to get over the top.
It must be nice for a defence to have total faith in the person behind them.
Nice bit of dribbling by Michael DeShields.
He can kick the ball well as well. I've been really impressed this season. I commentated on him back in the day when the Paulista and the Brasileirão, when he was in Brazil, before he went on his travels, and he was always a very good kicker. Here's another one here.
Played up ahead. Here's a shot and a goal! It's a double for Danny at 2-0 Hartford. And that time the mousetrap didn't work.
If you keep doing something that doesn't work, you're going to get punished. And Danny Barrera, on his left side, with the touch off the thigh, a little touch to set himself, just rolls it in. There's a time for power and there's a time for precision. You got the latter, and that smile is $1 million smile from Mr. Hartford, Danny Barrera.
For Danny, 17th goal with Hartford, 24th in USL, And before we've played 35 minutes, Hartford is 2-0 up.
I don't understand such a high line when you've got pace against you. Hartford have worked them out. North Carolina haven't worked out yet that Hartford have worked out how to get at North Carolina. It's great from a Hartford perspective, but my word, if ever there was an opposition that's playing into Hartford's hands, it's this one.
Michael Dish. Marlon Hairston gets the helper. His first of the season. So it's 2-0 Hartford on a couple from Danny Barrera. Probably only starting tonight because of the absences of Samadia up front and also the absence of Tristan Hodge.
Life's about taking chances, Joe, when you get them.
If you see a chance, take it. There's Steve Winwood. You know who Steve Winwood is, right? That's
yes.
That's not too...
no, it's okay.
Okay. Sometimes I have to be careful.
That's fine.
Nice deflection by Asidu, but Paco gets it back. Dummy through to Perez. See if North Carolina changes its attack at all. Hartford drops back in the box. Through ball. Shot hits the side of the cage from Rafa Minsingen.
You're always told in a position like that, don't go near post, because you give yourself more of an angle by going across the goalkeeper. You keep it low and go across, goalie saves it, the ball's still in play. You go near post and you don't get enough angle on it, that happens.
Minsingen, who spent the last 3 years in USL 1, 2 years with the Chattanooga Red Wolves, and then last year, 13 goals, 5 helpers for North Carolina FC en route to the USL League One title. So the start that Brendan Burke had hoped for, playing aggressively. Brendan said earlier this week that you need to impose your will at home. They have done that tonight. They try to play another long ball for Jang. Asidu will get there first. Spins. The drop back to Hairston. Hartford has really been dominant in the first half hour plus. Now Epps taken off the ball by Armstrong. And the foul is called.
Going to take you back, Joseph.
All right.
5th of June, 2021. Why?
Danny Burr's last brace.
Very good. Against?
A USL opponent.
New York Red Bulls 2.
DeShields pass.
Right, let's
wide.
Let's see if we can get another chance to take a look at this through ball from Hairston for the goal that Danny scores.
Hartford once again controlling in midfield. Little kerfluffle as Barrera is taken down. Play on.
You can see why they're looking for the offside flag. He's playing right on the shoulder. Look, if you're Danny Barrera, you don't worry about that. You're beyond the defender. You know you're by him. You do your job, and then you wait to see what happens. Time to celebrate when you see the flag stays down, and Hartford lead by 2-0.
Shots are 5-4 in favor of North Carolina. Shots on target are 3-1 Hartford. Danny Barrera came in tight for third and chances created on Hartford. And they try to play a long ball for Rafa, and Scarlett heads it out of danger. It'll be a throw-in for North Carolina FC. North Carolina FC 3-9-3 away from their home in Cary. Minsingen to do the throw-in honors. Got a man open in the box, but it never got there. Scarlett superseded and cleared upfield in the direction for Jang. Craig takes it away. Jang called for the foul.
It probably is. It's just frustrating.
You look at Mamadou. Has been watching him and Emmanuel Samadia mature this year has been one of the highlights
both
of
being
the
great.
season for Hartford.
Samari on a new deal, and Jiang likely to make this football club quite a lot of money.
That's never a bad thing.
That's why you have scouting networks. You're not going to get them all right.
Maguire back. Craig marked by Angelina. You can see they definitely have a pattern of working the right side with Mincingen.
They're good middle to front. They've got to get it wider, quicker.
They look for DaCosta at the 18. But it's knocked away. Macangilla can't get a boot on it. Played through, intended for DaCosta. Taken out of bounds by Hairston. Second corner of the match here in the 40th minute.
It's good defending by Michael DeShields. It's one of these you just get rid. Ask questions later. If a goalie says whatever, which he didn't that time, you do your job. And he did it well.
Louis Perez to trigger this corner kick from the left of Henan Ribeiro. Punches it out, booted out of danger. Now Perez on the right. Marked by Asidu, the drop back to Mincingen. The service into the box. Cleared out. Macangilla doesn't get out. Mincingen with the head, and Macangilla an acrobatic clear. And Hartford escapes danger here in the 41st minute.
Brendan Burke thought there was a foul there on his man as he went up for the header. Referee disagreed.
Here's Perez. DaCosta shot.
That's right in the face. That'll hurt.
That's not going to feel any good for Jordan Scarlett as he is down.
Out.
Head athletic trainer Mike Diaz will jog onto the pitch. Gives us a chance to thank Travelers, the founding partner for Hartford Athletic. Thanks to Travelers, presenting partner of the community ticket program. Children from undeserved communities throughout Greater Hartford are able to come to the matches free of charge. It must be some blood down there.
It was just horrible. It's close range. It's caught him square on the face.
I see Mike Diaz, who's just done a terrific job this year with a team that's gone through a lot of injuries. Jordan Scarlett's year started on the injured list as he was recovering from that torn ACL last year.
Yeah, Thomas Wonkezeel started the season very well. He missed pretty much the whole season.
Watch this here.
Yeah, this is not good.
That's from close range, right under the right eye.
I mean, if he's not there, that's on I-91 South, heading down towards New Haven. I hope he's okay.
Well, they're doing the concussion protocol check. And, I mean,
the problem
let's be honest. If Jordan Scarlett is incapacitated and looks like he's going to be okay, Hartford pretty thin. You might move Budati in and move pieces around that way, but that would weaken your center back position.
Well, any alteration would. You're just really hoping that now that he's sat back up, that he'll be okay, and that's good to see.
So Scarlett's going to have to come out for a minute, and then he'll be allowed back into the match.
Proper warrior. He really is.
He's earned the captain's band the way he's played this year. He's still directing traffic out there.
Well, he stays on.
Maybe because well,
it wasn't a collision. It wasn't a dive. It didn't occur as a result of a foul, so that's why he's allowed to stay on.
Mikey Maldonado. Will throw it in.
That's a voice familiar to us in the background, but not the regular stadium announcer.
No, Lance Reiser's off, observing Yom Kippur. So Mark Leduc, who's such a big help to us each week preparing for these broadcasts. You know, Reiser's going to be upset he didn't get to call 2 Barrera goals. That last hour would have rolled for a minute.
Mr. Leduc's done a great job this evening.
I didn't know that was... Is the voice he's using tonight, is that his real voice?
Oh, come
That's
on.
a show business voice. I like it.
Hollywood.
Header.
Free
They
kick.
look for Martin, offsides.
Hi, I'm Mark Leduc. That's his voice this evening.
We kid because we care.
We do. We love them. We love all the team behind the scenes. And those are the boys and girls that work from morning to night, Monday through Friday, and then on match days as well. And
they're here for all day on match day.
They are. And your social media accounts, your ticketing, Lily, who does everything as well. It really is a big family at this football club.
Brignall Vineyard stoppage time. 4 minutes of stoppage time. 2-0 Hartford on a brace by Danny Barrera.
How many hours?
2 hours. I can't. I can't. If I do that, my tongue will be wrapped around my throat. Here's a chance, but Farrell there to disrupt. Macangila dribbles away from danger to Epps, and they go safely back to Hibero quickly.
Yeah, moved it
Plays
well
it
tonight.
up to Michael DeShields.
Yep.
Hartford's passing has been crisp.
It's been very crisp. There's still a threat, though. North Carolina.
Here's a giveaway. 2 in the box. They get it clear.
Good.
And Farrell plays it out. It'll be a corner, third of the match.
The problem, Joe, is we have another centre-back who's
Joe
down.
Farrell.
And I wonder if he's just done something when he's made that challenge or fallen.
Holding his ankle.
That is not good.
Joe Farrell has been a rock for Hartford this year. 25th start of the season. It's gone the distance, 8 straight games, and trying to stretch out that right ankle. Mike Diaz hasn't made it out of the pitch yet, and Farrell gets up and gets back into his position to guard this corner from the right of Henan Hibero.
Good.
Headed out of there by Hartford. Hartford defending the set pieces very well.
Really good, because it was Mishi that got the header away and then made the challenge, and they can regroup again. But the 2 Warriors at the back, Jordan Scarlett and Joe Farrell, are both back on their feet and involved.
It's been another solid opening half for Hartford. Batista in there, and once again, Macangila with that swinging gate kind of kick to get the ball out of dodge.
Yeah, free kick for Hartford, which Renan Rivera will be in no hurry to take.
Foul on North Carolina FC. They have 2 games remaining after tonight. They are at Tampa Bay next Saturday, and again, with the situation due to the hurricanes in Florida and especially the West Coast, no idea where Tampa Bay will play that game, and then they wrap up at home against the Las Vegas Lights.
It's just do what you can. Do your
Giveaway
job.
by Scarlett. Here's Conway, ever dangerous. Scarlett denies him once. Now Mincingen. Back to an open Conway. Asiadu with the thievery.
Ooh.
And then gives it away, and the foul is called. Foul called on Conway. Right in front of Brendan Burke. Looks to be appealing for a yellow. Asiadu slow to get up.
I mean, we've seen yellow cards given for a lot less than this. And that's a yellow card.
Yeah, that's a yellow card. Conway wraps his arm around Asiadu's shoulder, which won't make the pain go away. So approaching the end of stoppage time, as you see Conway talking to Adam Kilpatrick.
You know someone's going to get a yellow card in this game for a lot less than what we've just seen.
Hibero plays it square to Farrell. Final seconds of stoppage time. Farrell in the direction of Engalina. Hartford retains possession. They've dominated time of possession. Scarlett boots it up in the air. Headed back to McGuire.
Wow.
Referee looks at his watch, sees that it's still working. Play continues. Maybe one last chance here before the half for North Carolina. The shot is blocked. Here's Martin. Puts it towards Wethersfield. And that's going to be halftime. And a solid opening 45 minutes for the home team. Looking to keep hope alive as far as the playoffs are concerned. It's been the Danny Barrera show thus far. The veteran scoring in the 9th minute. And then the 33rd. Getting an assist from Marlon Hairston. You see the crowd liking what they've seen so far. So, at the half, it is Hartford 2, North Carolina 0. Halftime activities next here on ESPN+.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
Home finale for Hartford Athletic. And they were on the hunt early, Mark.
Chances galore when the ball's played over the top. And then once play and possession is recycled, Danny Barrera thinks, why not? And he gets the ultimate reward to put Hartford ahead in the 9th minute. Nicely worked. Little bit of space. Still a lot of work to do. The bounce in front of Jake McGuire beats the goalkeeper. And Danny's off and running. However, chances for the visitors. The cross coming in, and as a result of that, it was played to Marlon Hairston. He then finds Danny Barrera. That is a really good finish. That is composure under pressure. He's aware of where the goalkeeper is. The poise, the precision, the perfection. 2-0.
Take a look at the halftime stats. Moon over Hartford. Shots are 6-4, but only one on target. When we come back, we'll have news and notes, and then our conversation with head coach Brendan Burke. 2-0 Hartford at the half.
Is it somebody's birthday? Dad, come watch us hit this ugly piñata. Dad!
When Hornets show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Flavors, the same traditions. Be the guest of honor. Add more flavor to your parties. El Jimador. Spiked Bebidas.
Welcome to Do or Die. Welcome to stories that give meaning to it all. The juggernaut chasing history. The hero hoping for a Hollywood ending. The upstart determined to make the most of its shot at glory. Welcome to second guessing everything. Every coach's decision. Every referee's call. Every pass, shot, tackle, save. Because you know it all means more now. Welcome to the playoffs.
When mosquitoes show up, so do we. Terminix it.
Yeah, trick. I said what I said. I'd rather be famous instead.
A look at USL News and Notes. Congratulations to Lou City, top seed in the playoffs. Congratulations to Las Vegas Lights. They're in the playoffs for the first time ever. And 28 players from USL Championship in League One, including 6 who would have played in this match, will play for their senior national teams. Last home broadcast of the season, we thought it'd be a good time to catch up with Hartford head coach Brendan Burke.
I'm looking at Hartford Athletic and the New York Mets. Not a good start to the season, but then just something happened, and then something clicked. You go on a run. I don't know how the Mets will end their season, so what's changed with you?
I think just our concentration level, but also we took all the pressure off ourselves. I think we were putting a lot of pressure on ourselves early in the year to change and fix everything here in 1 year. And it's probably more of an 18-month, 2-year project. Nick had said that a number of times to me coming in, and I said, no, we'll change it in 1 year. But you can't always do that. But I'm really happy with the foundation we've laid now and where we sit today.
I would think one of the highlights of the year, Brendan, is the development of 2 of the younger guys, both Emmanuel, who's not here tonight because he's on international duty, and Momo. Yeah. Seeing their development has been a highlight.
Oh, for me too. I mean, it's always been kind of part of my background is helping young players develop and move on and go to Europe. And Mo's going to be one of those guys. I'll be shocked if he's not. I mean, he's a special talent. We've been lucky to watch him here in Hartford this year. We'll certainly be watching him on TV for a long time, if I had to guess. And Emmanuel came out of nowhere. Right. I expected Mo to be a big talent. I didn't know much about Emmanuel, and he's just a wonderful person. He works hard. He's concentrated all the time. He's shown quality. Hopefully, by the time this airs, he's done well against Ivory Coast on a massive stage in Africa in qualification. And just happy for both guys. They're changing the trajectory of their lives this year.
He sat in the chair that you're sitting in when Joe and I spoke to him, and we were looking back on when he was told he had to mark Mo Salah. But that was when they played against Egypt. Now they've got the Ivory Coast. But that's all part of life experience, whether it's with the international team or whether it's with Hartford. What about your experience as a coach at Hartford? What have you learned this year about you?
That I need to be more patient. With everything going on around me, I need to be more patient. I push, I drive. That's how I've, gotten to where I've gotten in my career. But at this point, I need to evolve as a leader. I need to get better as a leader. I need to be more accountable for everyone else and not just my own preparation. And I need to help people understand how to prepare and what to expect. And I've had the benefit of being around the game at a high level for 20 years now, and, not everyone has.
You had heard about what this franchise was like and the fan base. Has it exceeded your expectations?
Wildly. I mean, the Loudoun game, that one hurt for me because that place was packed, and our fans deserve so much more than what we've been able to give them this year, but we're getting so close to that point where we're delivering on everything that I hope to deliver on, and we're still in the fight as of today. Yep. And that's major progress. But our fans are amongst the best in the league. I talk to people all the time at higher levels, lower levels, there were times in Houston last year where we were an amazing team and playing this wonderful soccer, but there was half the building was empty. And now it actually in a lot of ways feels so much more special to be in a smaller building,
right?
But to feel the energy and to feel the city behind you and connecting to our players and you know, I walk away really humbled by the support that we have in Hartford.
I liked your answer about not trying to do everything immediately, because we all try and do that, don't we? We try and fix problems and get everything done. But I'm led to believe this is going to be the first season to the next season where there's more than single digits of players returning. 9 seems to be the number that have returned. That's the most.
Yeah.
You're not going to win anything quickly if you've not got a kind of core of a team and a squad.
Right.
So hopefully we'll have more than 10 coming back next year with yourself. When you don't have to wear name tags on the first day of pre-season, that's going to be a help.
That's very, very true. The continuity, the relationships, both on field, off field, the level of trust. Trust is what it ultimately comes down to when you're in a team environment. And it takes time to build that. And it took us half the season to find that this year. And a lot of chopping and changing along the way. So, yes, I anticipate more than 10 players being back next year and being very, very careful about who we add to that group in terms of character, in terms of what people's goals are. They have to align with ours going forward.
An injured knee might look pretty simple, but there's a whole person behind that injury. One who misses the feel of his jump shot and spending time with friends on the court. It's not enough just to heal. He needs to get back out there. At Trinity Health, we're here to help you reach your goals. We combine all the knowledge and expertise of a national health system with personalized health care that treats the individual behind the injury. Because we see all of you. If anyone thinks cancer is going to define you, they've got another thing coming. We know you are more than someone healing their heart. At Trinity Health, we know the importance of seeing the person behind the patient, the fear, the joy, the journey. Bringing you the expert medical teams and state-of-the-art technological advancements of a national health system, along with the personalized care that helps you feel better. Because we see all of you.
Achievement takes more than having a dream. It takes having the spirit to beat the odds. It takes the courage to pursue a passion, the heart to turn a house into a home, and the determination to turn an idea into an enterprise. I'm the Hartford Buck, and I see the human in human achievement.
With insurance from the Hartford, the Buck's got your back.
Our students are looking to stand out, not blend in, which is a good thing considering the 8-to-1 student-to-faculty ratio. USJ's academic experience is built on dynamic learning opportunities that extend into labs, internships, and collaboration with faculty, and are designed to both challenge and support students in their professional development. So if you're looking for an education that will help you make your mark in the world, visit usj.edu.
LDI Connect, the proud partner of Hartford Athletic with over 20 years of experience. LDI Connect is a leading independent provider of office technology solutions. Visit myldi.com for more information. Take a look at some scores to know. Hartford would be rooting for Charleston Battery and Lou City tonight. And tomorrow, I don't think it matters who wins.
Yeah, you just want two of your opponents for the playoff spot to battle against each other and hope that the right result happens. There's no point in and saying, I want this, that, or the other thing.
Right.
You've got to do your job and then see what else happens.
Wasn't there a football coach who used to say that? Do your job?
Uh-huh.
No, Star TV commentator. Final 45 minutes of the home season. 8 wins at home. Already the most in Hartford history. They had 7 wins in 21 and 7 wins in 22. Both teams stayed the same. Really, why would you change anything if you're Brendan Burke?
No, you wouldn't. And the Hartford Athletics social media account most of the time uses hashtag Fortress Hartford. It really has been this season. 12 of 16 unbeaten at home.
27 is Bryce Washington in the back three with Lamar Batista and Paco Craig. Once again, they're going to try to get Mincingen and Armstrong open on the wings, but Armstrong has been pretty quiet. Mincingen saw the ball a lot on his boot in the first half, but on that side, Michael DeShields did a fine job for Hartford. Now Armstrong. On the left, Ezra Armstrong, whose dad, Desmond, played for the U.S. men's national team.
That was a good player.
Jang double-teamed, and Mikey Maldonado comes away with it. First 5 minutes of the second half, very important for Hartford. You want to keep the momentum going that you had in the first half. The shot total, immaterial at the first half. They listed it as 9-5, but just one on target, and not a difficult chance for Henan Hibero.
I like the setup that Hartford have adopted to begin the second half. Just narrowing the lines between defence and midfield to ensure that any runners can't get space in there.
Washington plays it wide to Batista. 6'5". That's a lanky center back. Now Washington, the Atlanta native, taken away by Hartford. Barrera plays it ahead for Jang, and he's taken down.
See, that's a free kick 15 yards further up the field. Why are you blowing up when there's a foul that's there? You've played advantage, and then you bring it back 15 yards. That makes no sense.
Yeah, they called the foul not on Jang, but on Barrera.
But he allowed play to continue until the second foul, so
right.
Surely you play the second foul. That makes zero sense.
Our referee, Adam Kilpatrick, Art Usatamian, and Jacob Little. The ARs, the fourth official, Jonathan Luke. I think only we've seen more games here than Jonathan Luke this year.
A letter from Hartford Council asking for property tax.
Yeah, exactly.
Dear Mr. Luke.
Play over on the east side line, controlled by Mikey Maldonado. Conway comes back to try to help. Instead, it's Hairston. Long shot! Here you go!
That was in.
Marlon Hairston!
That was in.
That was in! Oh, it's got to be a goal!
Oh, you cannot. Wow. That's the naked eye says that's over the line. This will be the most crucial replay we've seen all season the next time the ball's out of play. That is an assistant who's not up with play. Aristamian on this near side. I will give him everything back if he gets that one correct. But that certainly looked like that ball was over the line, and I think the goalkeeper knew it as well. Until we see it back, though, let's just hold off.
And again, Jake McGuire almost not the happy wanderer.
It's a brilliant call if he's got it right, but it did look as like it had gone over the line. The whole ball, remember, has to be over the line.
Armstrong plays it across. DaCosta can't control. Cleared out by Hartford. Now Asiadu plays for Jang. Taking off his boot. Good defensive play by DaCosta. We'll have to wait and see that replay because I would have sworn that was in. Now Batista gets it back from Maldonado.
Right, let's see if we can see this again.
Let's take a look at it.
Can't have that angle. There's got to be a better. This will do. Here we go.
Slow it down.
That's atrocious.
It's clearly it.
That is atrocious.
They just showed it on the big scoreboard, and the Hartford bench erupted.
Wow. And now the assistant and the officials all know they have made one heck of an error. Can't give it now.
No VAR. Armstrong plays it in. Ibero off the line to play it. Well, here's a long lead ball. Jang on the run. Mamadou taken down.
Oh, he's given nothing.
No foul call.
Oh, this place is going to erupt.
Hartford bench and the supporters irate.
How can you say that we should have faith in the officials
if they miss a call like that
when they do that?
A beautiful play by Marlon Hairston.
He scored. The only thing that hasn't happened as a result of that goal is the goal counts.
And we haven't heard Brass Bonanza for a third time. Here's Batista, plays to Armstrong. Double teamed. Played away. Stolen by Hartford.
Yeah, another apology to Brendan Burke on a Monday morning. Yeah, what good does that do?
Foul called. Hartford ball. Don't miss out on a moment of Hartford Athletic Soccer in 2025 by becoming a season ticket member. With membership starting at $14 per game, there's no better way to join in for next season and take advantage of all the great benefits like discounts on concessions and merchandise, special events with the team, and more. Place your deposit before the end of next week to lock in early bird pricing for next year at hartfordathletic.com/season tickets.
If Hartford don't win this game, let's hear the excuses from the league about the officiating. There are
Chipped
none.
in, headed over, played out.
As much as everyone's irate who wears green and blue, it's about focus now.
Right.
It's about concentration. It's about getting yourself a 2-goal lead, which you've done, and keeping that or extending that. You've got to have a little bit of amnesia when it comes to things you feel hard done by. As the fourth official's trying to explain to Brendan Burke, there is no explanation for that. That's a screw-up.
Yeah, the explanation is we missed the call. Fourth corner of the match, headed out. Angelina back to help. Michi's done well in the air tonight, defending the corners. Chipped in. Player goes down. Martin's got it outside the 18. Now Armstrong. Armstrong tries to dribble his way through, and Marlon Epps plays it up the near side for Asiadu. Here's Anderson. He's got Jang with him.
It's not a foul.
Offside flag wasn't flown because the ball didn't get through to him, but Mamadou would have been trapped there. And Epps can't control. It'll be a Hartford throw.
So this is on North Carolina now to use Hartford's, it's not even a perceived injustice.
Injustice.
It is, against them. And at times you make your own luck. At other times you get given an absolute gift. It's only a gift if you take advantage of it. And that's what North Carolina's got to do. And there's a collision off the ball, and that's a really sore one.
That's Jang. Jang got taken down by Paco Craig, and Mamadou appealing to the referee, but I don't think Adam Kilpatrick saw anything because he wasn't looking away from the ball.
Brendan Burke's just gone to the assistant, Arts Aristamian, and said, well, what about that? There's no point in asking him what he saw, because if he can't see the ball clearly over the line, he's not going to see something 60 yards away.
Here, we got a good angle there. You see Jang running into the defender, Paco Craig. There's Mamadou, none the worse for the wear. 54th minute, 2-0 Hartford on a couple of Danny Barrera first half goals in the 9th and 33 minutes. If you're thinking about substitutes for Hartford, the options
the assistant
are
referee.
limited. Yeah, Eunice Budati, Maybe Tyler Freeman.
So Boudadi's an interesting one because he's clearly not 100%, otherwise he would be starting, because you're not playing Marcus Epps at right back if Boudadi is fully fit. He's making his way back from injury. So apart from Boudadi, it's inexperience. That's what it is.
Tyler Freeman, that's about it. You got the 2 Academy players.
Which isn't to say it's a bad thing.
In uniform tonight. Errant pass, stolen away. Here's Barrera.
You're not making any changes, just not.
No, there's no reason to. Played up ahead on the left. Angelina puts on the Jets. Into the box. Goes out. Corner kick Hartford. Their third of the night. Should be Danny Barrera to do the honors, as he normally does when he's in the match.
Your first instinct is usually right, isn't it? In life.
Most of the time.
Yeah, not always, but most of the time.
I could point out occasions that it wasn't.
So can I. But that was like, hey, that's over the line. That's clearly over the line.
It wasn't just over by an inch, it was over by a foot.
But until you see the replay, you're always wary, because replays have proven so many people wrong and made them look very stupid. There's only one person that decision made look stupid.
There's Barrera. The service, the header.
There you go!
Another goal off a set piece! And it's 3-0 Hartford. Was that Jordan Scarlett?
I think it's Beverly Makingila.
Beverly Makingila.
And we know it's been given because the net rippled.
Perfectly executed. First goal of the season. Second of his career for Makingila.
That's football. Last week, it was a horrible Saturday night for Beverly. He knows he messed up. Handball, second yellow, off he went. Hartford ended up losing the game. That's perseverance. The cross in, and it's been so good tonight to have a quality set play delivery from Danny Barrera, and the flick in the near post. Hartford 3 goals up and should be 4.
The last goal for Beverly Makingila, that highlight reel goal that beat New Mexico last season on August 5th. So it's 3-0 Hartford, and the Athletic playing off the front foot, and playing off the front foot extremely well. Ezra Armstrong drops in the middle. North Carolina has been off tonight because of the way Hartford's played them.
Yeah, they've not helped themselves.
Here's Batista. Plays it in the middle, and Makingila with the tackle. Taken back by Evan Conway. Dribbles towards the 18, plays it square. Left-footed shot.
That should be a penalty.
Save. Cleared into the corner. Hartford might have gotten away with one there.
Yeah, I think he's looked to go and make the challenge, but he's maybe just pulled out just at the right time. And if he has, he's done really well, because the last thing you want is to give them any hope of getting back into this one.
Corner to the right of Fibetto, who's only had to make one save tonight. You look at the North Carolina players warming up right near where this corner kick will originate from. Now the referee talking to Momo Jang as he goes back to help defend. 3-0 Hartford. So Danny Barrera with 2 goals and an assist tonight.
And guess what? When he scored 2 goals the last time against the Red Bulls, the second team of the Red Bulls back in 2021, he also got an assist. He assisted the 7th goal in that night as well.
The Fix is Connecticut's premier standalone IV vitamin therapy boutique, offering customized intravenous vitamin infusions and intramuscular vitamin injections that maximize health, performance, and recovery, with all services administered by licensed registered nurses. Located in West Hartford Center, visit thefixivtherapy.com to learn more. Along with Mark Donaldson and our crew, I'm Jody Ambrosia. So happy you're here with us for our final broadcast of the season. Long throw in. Asiudu couldn't get there. Hartford offside quickly. They were going to restart it quickly, and then they decided not to. Paco Craig, the captain of North Carolina. This has been a North Carolina team that's played extremely well, winners of 4 of their last 6, but this has been one of Hartford's most dominant performances of the season. 4 goals would have equaled the season high. Actually, no, 3 goals ties the season high. Want to guess which team they scored 3 goals against twice?
Miami.
Very good. You win the prize.
Thank you. That's the answer for most teams, I think.
Yeah, I can believe so. Maldonado with the long throw into the box. Headed down, comes free. Collision in the box. And it'll be a Hartford goal kick. Hartford playing intelligently, aggressively in the box defensively. Not taking chances, playing sound, not being reckless with their bodies.
Every single player knows what they're doing. You're without internationals who are away, like Von Gizil, like Hodge and Samaria, the starters. The players coming in know what they're doing. They're all on the same wavelength. You've spoken about this before tonight, about the crispness of the passing, but it's about the organisation as well. And there's in-game management too. We've spoken about this. When you see a team defending as high up as they are, yeah, you'll have identified that if they've done it on many occasions before. But when they're that high up, and it's wrong on their behalf because they're doing it against pace, you have to be able to change things during the game and go a little bit longer. Hartford have done that, and they have been outstanding tonight. Every single player has had pass marks.
A solid all-round effort in the 17th and final home game of the year. Now North Carolina on the counter. Here's Rafa. Gets around to Shields. The chip. And cleared. They were trying to target Conway, and he couldn't get to it. Flourish. Proud to fuel Hartford Athletic with their healthy, delicious food. Let them do the same for you and your team. Order online at flourishhartford.com or visit them at 72 New Park Avenue in Hartford. Played into the box, headed out.
Good header.
Hartford's been sound. Barrera, long lead ball for Jang. Batista there cuts him off. Good job by Lamar Batista to use his body and start the counter to Mikey Maldonado.
How many times this season have we said just not being clinical enough has been a big issue for Hartford?
Not tonight.
Definitely not tonight.
Not tonight. Here's a left-footed shot way wide.
Interesting goal that's just been scored, and it's Hartford's not next opponents, but an opponent they still have to face in a postponed game. Tampa Bay have the lead at Louisville. And we're getting to the stage of the season where teams that are up that end of the table, if they've wrapped things up, maybe thinking ahead to the playoffs, so you can get some funky results. So if Tampa Bay can secure a home playoff spot before they play Hartford and not have something to play for, it's just little things like that.
A Tampa Bay win tonight would get them to 49 points. The most that Hartford can get is...
Well, Hartford can get to 49. It's not about catching Tampa Bay.
Played in, and a goal! They scored again! Michi Angelina ends his drought. And it's a rout. It's 4-0 Hartford.
And they deserve it. You cannot defend like this if you're North Carolina and expect to get away with it. This is what clinical is all about.
9th of the year for Michi Angelina. Maybe Jang?
Yeah,
let's see.
It's Jang's goal. It's Jang's goal. It's Michi Angelina with the
got
assist.
His right foot on it.
Yeah, he got a touch. He needed the touch as well. It was going across the face of the goal. But again, right place, right time, and the smiles on the bench of the Hartford coaching staff and substitutes right now tells a story. This is a side that are gaining momentum, and they don't want to leave it to anybody else to decide their playoff fate. They want to do it themselves, and they are doing it with aplomb.
10th of the year for Mamadou, 4th assist for Angelina, and if it wasn't a rout before, it is now. 4-0 Hartford, their best scoring game of the season. Stolen by Epps. Just a sloppy night for North Carolina. Thoroughly outplayed by Hartford.
When you've got no control over other results, but you still have your own fate in your own hands, just go and get it done. Do your job and don't worry about whatever's going on elsewhere. Hartford have done their job to perfection this evening.
Armstrong with space. Ezra Armstrong plays it ahead.
Offside.
Here's a shot, and that's offside. Westfield Bank, proud to support Connecticut customers, communities, and crowds cheering for Hartford Athletic. Westfield Bank, what better banking is all about. Online at westfieldbank.com. 2 for Barrera, 1 for Macangila, 1 for Jang. So far, Henan Hibero has stopped both shots set on target by this North Carolina team that's been shut out 9 times this season. They and Rhode Island together have each played 5 scoreless draws this year.
Rhode Island have been the draw specialists.
Batista uses that 6'5" size to get it. Armstrong dribbles away from Barrera, then plays back to Batista.
You never know what you're going to get when you're down to the bare bones. And Hartford have only got 4 outfielders on the bench. There's nobody else left, either injuries or internationals. But this has been one of the most complete performances we've seen this season.
Here's Angelina. Cleared away by Craig. On the far side, Minsigan.
Did not expect this from North Carolina. They're going for 4 wins out of 5. They've got momentum. They've played some really good stuff recently. They've been tight at the back. They've been good going forward. They've laid an egg this evening.
Now Minsigan plays it across. Ezra Armstrong, 1v1 with Epps. Drops back, and they slow the pace again.
Look at the tempo from Hartford. Look at Danny Barrera chasing.
Yeah, it's almost like North Carolina is trying to be too clinical instead of pressing the attack. Here's a ball easily played away by Hartford and played back to Hibero.
This, for me, is a better performance than they produced against Lou City, which was excellent, and they won that by 2-1, having gone a goal down. But there's very little. Managers always want faults in their play. They always want to identify faults that they can improve upon. This will be a really good rewatch for Brendan Burke.
Tanner Barrera has been all over the pitch tonight. So has Hairston. Now Epps with Jang.
Onside.
That's going to be onside for Epps. He's got a Seadoo in the box. Too far. Just couldn't get a boot on it. Henderson is Seadoo back in the starting lineup for the first time in 8 games. And Jang taken down by Batista. And I think we've got our first yellow of the night.
No, he's keeping his cards in his pocket.
Nope, you're right.
Now,
he was chopped down.
Yeah. I don't know why yellow card is these days. I know what it is in the laws of the game, but yeah, these officials haven't covered themselves with glory. And the one thing you kind of want, when you have the controversy that we had with the ball that was clearly over the line and wasn't given as a goal. Now, we all make mistakes. The last thing you want is that to be decisive. And if North Carolina came back or whatever, then one of the reasons is that goal wasn't given. It won't be a decisive moment, but sometimes you just got to put your hand up and say, look, we made a mistake.
Ja'Cory Hayes and Raheem Summersall getting ready to check in at the first opportunity for Charleston. And that's about it. Shaft Brewer, another guy with experience who could play. Here's Barrera. The service into the box. The header up into the air. Hairston tries to play it back into the middle. Epps with the chest. Conway with space. Gives to Armstrong. Full gallop. Asiudu catches up with him quickly.
He's been good tonight as well.
Yeah, he's played very, very well.
By the way, that previous effort that came in, the cross that came in, Hairston won his own header. If that doesn't tell you everything you need to know about the eagerness and the hunger of these Hartford players this evening, I don't know what does. A couple of changes now.
So Louis Perez comes out as does Colin Martin. Ja'Cory Hayes, the veteran, who has only played 6 minutes in the last 2 matches, and Raheem Summerswall from St. Kitts and Nevis.
Nice part of the world, that.
Never been there.
No, we're talking.
Maybe we should vacation there together, Mark, after the season.
Given your propensity to get a colour as well as you do in the sun, then I don't want to be sat beside you. My skin tone is milk bottle white. It's a specific Scottish skin tone.
Here's Summerswall.
Factor 100 required.
In the middle, Maldonado. 4-0 Hartford.
Oof.
Batista up on the left to Armstrong. Cuts to the middle, then changes direction and gets it back to Summerswall. Now Batista. But again, it's all east-west. Nothing's north-south. Now they play in the middle. Hey, Ja'Cory Hayes, veteran. They try to target Summerswall. Taken back. Minzigan shot blocked by Farrell. Cleared by Scarlett. The 2 center backs have been brilliant for Hartford tonight. Taken away. Here's Armstrong looking for an alley. Give and go. Gets it back. And cleared by Barrera.
If you don't have a good foundation in your house, you're in trouble.
Jang trying to race for the ball, but can't get a header on it before Bryce Washington does.
And when you have the foundation that Hartford have got right now at the back, you can build on that.
71st minute. They play it up ahead, and Joe Farrell interrupts. Then Scarlett. Possession kept by North Carolina. Washington to Summerswall. On the left, Ezra Armstrong. The chip. And that's kind of a wasted opportunity.
Going to get a change in a second.
Yunus Boudadi will make his first appearance in a while. Here's a left-footed shot that's blocked by Farrell. Second shot by DaCosta. Deflected by Hartford, so it should be a corner kick. 6th of the night.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see who Boudadi comes on for. You could do the like-for-like change, Marcus
I think he's coming in for Armstrong. Or for Hairston.
For Hairston?
Yeah.
Okay, makes sense. You could do a lot of things. You could have him coming in at right back, which he's going to do, and you're moving Epps into Hairston's role. So, or you could put Asedu back and kind of have 3 as protectors.
Corner kick from the right. So here's Boudadi making his reappearance, and another strong effort by Marlon Hairston. He has become a strong part of that midfield for Hartford. The veteran from Jackson, Mississippi. So far, these set pieces have not yielded difficult save opportunities. That one punched up in the air. Cleared by Hartford, not out. Kind of just a kick that kind of went up in the air. That was dangerous, but knocked over the goal line, so it'll be a goal kick for Hartford.
I mean, how much momentum are they going to take to Tulsa along the Route 66 next weekend?
That's next Saturday night.
Hairston's getting a standing ovation as he makes his way back down towards the technical area.
He applauds the supporters. Brendan Burke with a big high five and a hug from Marlon.
This is going to taste really good for everyone associated with Hartford, especially after last Saturday. We spoke to Brendan Burke on Thursday. We had that interview with him on air at half-time, and he was really hurting after that defeat against Loudoun. Because he kind of spoke to us the Thursday before that game and said, look, I'm not setting a target, but I want at least 4 points from the 2 home games. When you lose the first, you have to get 3 from the second.
Right, which is why they played with a sense of urgency tonight. Fun, free, and focused. That's the big sign across the way on the east stands, and that's been the philosophy that Hartford has had since that Loudoun loss on July 3rd. Here's North Carolina. They send it in. The header, and Conway scores. For Evan Conway, his 11th goal of the season, and that breaks up the clean sheet. It's 4-1.
Where's that been all night?
They've been really good in previous games from wide areas. They're up against two players that don't really play fullback in that position. It's a great delivery in. It's a super header back across the goalkeeper. That's his 11th, as you mentioned. But why is it taken until the 74th minute to do something we know they're capable of? They just haven't done it so far tonight. Now, part of that is down to the fact Hartford haven't let them. But they've imposed absolutely zero on Hartford until then.
Corey Hayes with the beautiful service in for his second assist of the season. Now look out, Epps and Armstrong almost getting into it. Adam Kilpatrick.
I'd like to see what merits a yellow card in this game in the referee's mind, because there's a lot that's gone on that's got away with nothing more than a free kick.
Summerswall tries to set Conway off, gives it back. Centered in, headed wide. North Carolina starting to buzz, but there's a Seydou to disrupt and play it up to Epps. For Jang, who loses it. Now Barrera. A little behind Engalina. Michi waits for it. Everybody's on side for a moment. And Hartford will retreat and use the clock as their ally. One more sub. Justin Malou getting set to come in for North Carolina.
A little bit of a gloss taken off the scoreline. They don't want any more taken off Hartford. Again, focus.
Ball too far for Engalina and taken away by Batista. Or rather by Craig. Now Batista. Played in the middle for Summerswall. He's had the ball in his boot a lot since coming in. Hartford possessing, leading 4-1 as we approach the 78th minute. Hartford being very methodical now. The Performance Lab is an all-inclusive model that brings the latest technologies for pain relief, wellness, and mobility together under one roof with one-on-one treatments and a customized approach to fix your needs. The Performance Lab will get you moving and feeling your best. DaCosta called for the foul at midfield as he sends Joe Farrell sprawling. So here comes Justin Malou, the 26-year-old from Senegal, in for Bryce Washington. From Malou, who played last year with FC Tulsa, his 22nd appearance of the season. And he'll take Washington's spot at the center back. That pass had a little pace, lacking pace, but Hartford maintains possession. Seydou double teamed, loses. North Carolina could have numbers, but Budati gets back, can't clear. Played for Conway in the box. Back it goes to Summerwall, and Macangila, who scored the third Hartford goal, clears it out of trouble. North Carolina with more and more possession as we creep towards the finish line, because Hartford in control and willing to lay back and protect their goal. Played up ahead, trying to hit Rafa, but it'll harmlessly go over the goal line. And it'll be a goal kick for Hartford. Shots are 13-8 in favor of North Carolina. Shots on target are 5-3. When these two teams played way back in March, 8 yellow cards issued in that match. So far, nary a one.
I think the level of the bar is slightly different.
Yeah, you think? Oh.
He's on.
Engalina onside. Jang in the box, looking to get free. Instead, Michi will play it back to Macangila. He tries to play it through. North Carolina there to intercept. But Epps gets it back for Hartford.
Another who's excelled tonight in a strange position for him.
Here's Marcus. Working some magic with those orange boots. Batista stops it at the 18 and gives to Ezra Armstrong, who has been held in check. One of the big points of emphasis, Hartford defensively, defending the two wingbacks, Ezra Armstrong and Rafa Minsenjan, and they've been virtually invisible.
Look, you have bad days at the office. We've all had them, whether it's the assistant, whether the missed call, whether it's North Carolina, kind of a cumulative effort. Hartford have had plenty of them as well. We all have them. It's how you bounce back from them, but it's also what kind of form have you been in going into this, and this can be excused for North Carolina.
Conway, 1v2, and Farrell, with the help of Budati, gets it out.
Because you've got to remember as well, regardless of how many Hartford score, if it stays the same, or as long as North Carolina don't get any more than 2 goals between now and the end of the game, Hartford get all 3 points, but they're still 2 points adrift of North Carolina. Right. So you'd still rather be in their position than Hartford's.
Hartford does have the game in hand, but their final 3 games all away from home. Corner kick sent in. Cleared off the goal line. That was a little dangerous.
That was a good delivery. So there's still 10 minutes plus added time. If they were to get another one back, then it'd make life very interesting.
Cleared away by Farrell. Played up ahead for Michi.
Right, if I'm Dieng, then I'm just off to the races because you cannot be offside in your own half. He's electing just to play cautious. That's fine. No problem at all with that. It's his awareness that there might not be anybody else around him, so if he did make that run, it might have been in vain. That's fine. They're not going to score, North Carolina, when Hartford has the ball. That's smart. That's sensible. You've got 4. If you get more opportunities, then great. But if you don't, as long as you don't give up any opportunities or minimize the opportunities you give up.
Holiday Inn Express Newington, conveniently located in the heart of the dining and shopping district of Newington on the Berlin Turnpike, Route 5/15. Whether you need one night or an extended stay, Holiday Inn Express will make your stay convenient and cost-effective.
Danny Barrera will sleep well tonight.
Danny Barrera's had a terrific night. Takes Batista down there and walks away.
Yeah, his kids can make as much noise as they want in the morning. He ain't going to hear any. He'll be in a deep sleep after the effort he's put in tonight.
The assist for Danny, his 53rd. He is 3rd all-time in assists. Here's Armstrong, plays it in the middle, a shot. That was a dangerous opportunity.
You've just got to be careful they don't defend too deep here, Hartford. Game management. You've got an opponent that's got nothing to lose now. They're going to push as many forward as they can. On another day, with a bit of bad luck, that ends up in the back of the net and it's 4-2. Now a corner to try and defend for Hartford.
Mikey Maldonado to trigger. Unofficially the 7th corner. Header and a goal.
Wow.
Off the set piece. And it's a 2-goal Hartford lead. Ibero.
Yeah, he's saying there was a handball in there. Let's have another look. No, there's nothing wrong with that at all. He can say whether it's a handball or he was interfered with.
Diego Da Costa with his 7th of the year off the Maldonado corner kick. So 2 in a row. Watch his beautiful bend to this one.
Right, he's certainly not impeded. If he's impeded, it's by one of his own players. It didn't look like it was a handball, but
so this has suddenly become a little more of a tension convention here at Trinity Health. Foul at midfield as players go flying. And I think we get our first yellow card of the night. Is it going to go to Hartford? Danny Barrera pleading his case. Adam Kilpatrick. One player down for each side.
Yeah, a few Hartford players. Momo Dieng, Anderson Aseidu, Jordan Scarlett. Just having an opportunity. Beverly Makingila. Just the 4 of them there. Just having a wee conversation. And that's a strong challenge on De Shields.
So, Rafa Menzigen, with his 7th yellow of the season, coming in the 85th minute.
It was going to have to be something like that to get a yellow, given the way that, here we go, someone's getting a card on the Hartford bench again.
Uh-oh, this is Brendan Burke.
It is. He's now suspended for the Tulsa game.
So, no yellow cards for 85 minutes. 2 yellow cards in the space of a few seconds. And if that is on Burke, he will miss the FC Tulsa game.
So, he can travel. He can talk to them. This is according to Brendan. He can talk to them before the game.
Well, he did that for the Lou City game. And then I think he said he watched it back in his hotel room.
Yes.
Ball played up ahead, and they'll let it run out for a goal kick. Tonight's Hartford Business Journal Business Alliance partner of the match, Suburban Stationers. So DaCosta from Maldonado off the set piece. Then suddenly a spring in the step.
This is the North Carolina that I expected to see tonight.
And we didn't see for the first 70 minutes.
Belated entrance to the party.
4 is Justin Malou. He came in for Bryce Washington. Hartford trying to get out of here with their 9th home win of the season. Now Maldonado in the middle. Open. Batista swings it square to Armstrong. Taken away, Summerswall. And they call a Siadu for the foul. Hartford didn't like that call. Mikey Maldonado will be over the ball with Ezra Armstrong. Potential dangerous set piece from about 28 yards. It'll be Maldonado. Players behind, a header.
Free
and
kick.
A goal.
No. Free kick. Offside.
Offside. Flag was up.
Just as well, from a Hartford perspective. They've gone from 63 minutes of playing their best football of the season to switching off and so nearly conceding a third. The flag was already up before the header was into the back of the net.
I would say our final home stoppage time of the year will probably be some 5 or 6 minutes.
Well, Tyler Freeman is going to get ready to come on for Hartford.
This will be his 3rd appearance since signing back in August or September. Hartford now in the position of having to defend the fort against the team pressing. Here's a go-ahead ball.
Well, that's a card.
And that'll be
Is that a yellow?
That's a foul and a card.
Yeah, it's foul. There was a covering player, so it's not the denial of a clear goal-scoring opportunity. So it's the correct call by the assistant. It's actually not a bad free kick and a yellow card to take.
Now, that's the 9th yellow on Joe Farrell, but he wasn't listed in the league weekly release as being a player a yellow away from suspension. So, second yellow of the night against Hartford as we approach Brignall Vineyard stoppage time. And here's a potentially dangerous direct kick from maybe 23, 24 yards out. Hartford will set up the wall at the 18, so that should be a 28-yarder. Maldonado there, and 14 is Mincingen.
It's one of these from a goalkeeper's perspective. If you don't know if it's going to be right foot or left foot, because it's so central, you've got to cheat a little bit, make your wall do some of the work, but you've got to do a little bit of work as well. And be in the best position for the ball going either side of you, because it's far enough out to get up and down.
DaCosta is also over the ball. I would guess he would be the left footer if they want to go that route. Play on the referee's whistle. It's DaCosta. Tipped over the bar.
Yeah, had to be.
By Ribeiro.
Not a difficult save, but you get it on target, you make the goalkeeper work.
So it'll be another corner kick.
Danny's coming off
the match. So Tyler Freeman will come in. It'll be a standing ovation for Danny Barrera. You never know. Maybe his last home game. Although the way he ran around tonight, he looks more like a 24-year-old than a 34-year-old. Everybody on their feet here at Trinity Health.
If ever there was a time, just as a reminder of what you can do, how about 2 goals in the final home game of the season?
Brignall Vineyard stoppage time. There are 5 minutes of stoppage time. It'll seem like 50 to Hartford.
Yeah, it will. Squeaky bum time.
Corner from the right. Played well again, and a goal! Second goal off a corner.
Wow, there's still 5 minutes to go. Their response has been absolutely outstanding. The deliveries from set plays, the last 2 that have resulted in goals, absolutely outstanding. Where was this North Carolina earlier? It's just got enough height on it to get beyond the first defender, and that's a really good header.
Looked like it was Justin Malou.
It was indeed Justin Malou to make it 4-3, and there's still about 5 minutes remaining, because when the goal was scored, we just got into the 91st minute.
Second assist of the night for Maldonado for Justin Malou. His second goal of the year. And suddenly, tight sneaker time here in Hartford. 3 unanswered for North Carolina. Once again, we've got at least 5 minutes of stoppage time.
I don't think Hartford have switched off. I just think North Carolina's woken up.
Yes, exactly. I was just going to say that. Here they come again. They play a through ball in the box. Blocked by Ribeiro.
What on earth's happening?
Taking off Ja'Cory Hayes' boot. Oh, my.
Hartford's season is on these next few minutes.
Takedown on the far side.
What a chance. And what a good bit of goalkeeping by that man there. And if there's one player you want in possession there, it's Evan Conway. He stays big. He keeps his right foot strong as Conway tries to flick it beyond him. A little bit of height from Conway. Would it have gone beyond Ribeiro? We'll never know. It stays 4-3.
3 minutes into the 5 minutes of stoppage time. Hartford will play it back and use some patience. They'll go all the way back to Ribeiro.
On the stage of the season, goal difference for Hartford is unlikely to play much of a difference. It's about the 3 points.
Now McGuire looking to trigger. Played to Batista. Up ahead to DaCosta, who has moved farther back to help facilitate the offense. Now it's Malou. Up ahead on the right. Headed out of danger by Farrell. Freeman gets run over.
Gets a free kick.
And the foul is called.
Remember I was talking about strong foundations. They're leaking a little bit.
They have crumbling foundations in the eastern part of Connecticut. That's been a topic for the last couple of years.
All that matters for Hartford is the final whistle, and they have more goals than the opposition.
That's
but
exactly
my goodness, they're making hard work of this.
Making for an exciting final few minutes at home this year.
How far can Renan Ribeiro kick this? He's going to take a yellow card from the referee.
Delay. So, third straight yellow on Hartford. Ribeiro won't care.
He's just let the ball go beyond him and waste.
Right, exactly.
He's one of the best in the league at getting every last ounce of time. But when you've been booked, you've got to be careful, because we have no idea what this official is going to get up to next.
We're in the 5th minute of stoppage time, but you'd have to think we'll probably have at least one more.
I'm not second guessing that. It could be anything.
In the box, here's a shot, airmailed.
That's one thing he needs to improve upon that. We've seen that a few times this season. He kind of just tries to go for power and a little toe blast. That's that Danny Barrera finish.
Is it just not staying back enough?
No, I just think he's still raw, and that's something that he can work on, because he's got a lot of talent.
Malou, who scored the goal that made it 4-3. Here's Ja'Cory Hayes. Blocked, played out by DeShields. It'll be a corner, or it'll be a throw-in deep in Hartford territory.
So we're now into goodness knows how long on top of the 5. Remember, it's a minimum of 5. How far can you throw it here?
And it's Maldonado looking to get it into the box. Puts it up in the air. It's free. And Scarlett will surrender the corner.
Well, the composure that they all had earlier is now just anywhere will do. Lacking composure there. He had time, but he wasn't sure what was around him. So if you're not sure, you just get rid. And here comes the goalie.
Here comes McGuire. The big bird in yellow. Playing him back at Hibero as they flood the box. Looking for the equalizer here in stoppage time. They've scored on their last 2 corner kicks. Both, though, came from the right.
Exactly.
This one from the left. As they settle everybody down. Good luck with that. They've got Batista up there, McGuire, who is listed as 6'4".
There's some big boys in there.
You got Farrell. You got Jang. You got everybody in there. All 10 Hartford field players in the box.
The season comes down to this for Hartford.
Referee's whistle goes. Here's the all-important corner. Good chip.
He's spotted a free kick.
And it's a free kick for Hartford.
And we've just seen a hallelujah from Brendan Burke as he turns to the crowd. And that's full time.
The ball game is over.
Woof.
Hartford Athletic ends the home season with a win. Players surrounding referee Adam Kilpatrick.
Yeah, North Carolina players surrounding the referee. I mean, what has he spotted?
Meanwhile, McGuire and Hibero are discussing life in a friendly fashion. So this was a game of 2 matches. The first 65 minutes belonged to Hartford. The final 25 to North Carolina. But it's a Hartford win. Athletic takes it 4-3. We'll come back and wrap things up next here on ESPN+.
Embrace the laid-back charm of island life while sinking your toes in the sand and discovering real, authentic Florida in the Bradenton area. Unspoiled beauty and pristine beaches, a vibrant waterfront downtown energized by local arts and culture, fresh Floridian cuisine with a flourish of rich history, and friendly locals ready to welcome you to this preserved paradise on Florida's Gulf Coast. Plan your visit today at BradentonGulfIslands.com.
This copyrighted telecast of the United Soccer League Championship cannot be retransmitted, rebroadcast, or reproduced without the expressed written consent of the United Soccer League Championship.
Don't miss out on a minute of Hartford Athletics soccer in 2025. Becoming a season ticket member with membership starting at $14 per game. There's no better way to join in for next season and take advantage of all the great benefits like discounts on concessions and merchandise, special events with the team, and more. Place your deposit before the end of next week to lock in early bird pricing for next year at hartfordathletic.com/season tickets. Our match tonight presented by Brignall Vineyards. Brignall Vineyards located in the heart of East Granby. Spanning 480-plus acres, this family-owned business is a hub for local wine lovers. Open 7 days a week, all year round. Stop by for a glass of locally made wines, seasonal specialty drinks, or even host your next gathering at Brignall Vineyards. You take a look at the out-of-town scores. Lou City has jumped on top of Tampa Bay. Pittsburgh's winning will keep them 2 points ahead of Hartford. And tomorrow, that Rhode Island-Loudoun match. And before we get into our rollout, I just want to say thank you to my partner for another terrific year. Also to our technical crew and all the people from Hartford Athletic who made this such an enjoyable year to be here. Danny Barrera, the man of the match. 2 goals and an assist.
Which match? The first match or the second match?
I would say the first match.
The one that Hartford won 4-0 or the one that North Carolina won 3-0? What a game. What a way to end the season as far as a home game is concerned. It's now 3 on the road to complete the regular season. And they've got it in their own hands. That's all you can ask for. It's 3 points. There's a myriad of ways to get that.
They go to Tulsa next Saturday, then at Tampa Bay, then at Orange County. Our final score in full time, Hartford 4, North Carolina 3. For Mark Donaldson and our crew, I'm Jody Ambrosio. Thanks for watching. Have a good night, everybody.
Embrace the laid-back charm of
Into the box. Was it deflected by... Okay. Into the box. Was it deflected by... Into the box. Was it into the box? Was it?
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away.
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away.
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away.
So there's an example there.
Into the box. Was it deflected by...
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away. Now here's Danny Barrera, left-footed shot, and a goal! The veteran Danny Barrera, and it's 1-0 Athletic.
So there's an example there.
Who's Angelina? It's loose, and Craig clears it away. Chips towards the goal. Ribero's there. Look out. Conway. Try to help. Instead, it's Hairston. Long shot. Here you go.
That was in.
Marlon Hairston.
That was in.
That was in. Oh.
We don't have time. No, we don't have time to go into this.
Very good kicker. Here's another one here.
Played up ahead. Here's a shot and a goal! It's a double for Danny at 2-0 Hartford. And that time the mousetrap didn't work. There's Barrera. The service, the header.
There you go!
Another goal off a set piece. And it's 3-0 Hartford. Was that Jordan Scarlett?
I think it's Beverly Makingila.
Beverly Makingila.
Now, Hartford can get to 49. It's not about catching Tampa Bay.
Played in and a goal! They scored again! Michi Angelina ends his drought, and it's a rout. It's 4-0 Hartford.
And they deserve it. You cannot defend like this if you're North Carolina and expect to get away with it. This is what clinical is all about.
9th of the year for Michi Angelina. Maybe Jang?
Yeah,
let's see.
It's Jang's goal. It's Jang's goal. It's Michi Angelina with the
got
assist.
His right foot on it.
Yeah, he got a touch. He needed the touch as well. It was going across the face of the goal. But again, right place, right time, and the smiles on the bench of the Hartford coaching staff and substitutes right now tells a story. This is a side that are gaining momentum, and they don't want to leave it to anybody else to decide their playoff fate. They want to do it themselves, and they are doing it with aplomb.
10th of the year for Mamadou, 4th assist for Angelina, and if it wasn't a rout before, it is now. 4-0 Hartford, their best scoring game of the season.
Great look at that. Unfortunately,
loss on July 3rd. Here's North Carolina. They send it in. The header, and Conway scores. For Evan Conway, his 11th goal of the season, and that breaks up the clean sheet. It's 4-1.
Where's that been all night? They've been really good in previous games from wide areas. They're up against two players that don't really play fullback in that position. It's a great delivery in. It's a super header back across the goalkeeper. That's his 11th, as you mentioned. But why is it taking until the 74th minute to do something we know they're capable of? They just haven't done it so far tonight. Now, part of that is down to the fact Hartford haven't let them. But they've imposed absolutely zero on Hartford until then.
Ja'Cory Hayes with the beautiful service in for his second assist of the season. Now look out. Corner from the right. Played well again, and a goal! Second goal off a corner